starts now.
Prop and costume making, movie reviews, video and software tutorials. This is Garage Tutorials. This episode, realistic bazooka water gun.
Howdy, welcome to Garage Tutorials.
I hope Garage Tutorials works for ya. That's all I could think of. I mean, I'm doing it in the garage. So, there we go.
Today I'm going to show you how to make one of these out of one of these.
This is what you'll need. Some extra junk mail or newspaper that's been laying around the house for a while. Masking tape or duct tape. Flat black spray paint. Silver spray paint. An X-Acto knife. An old plastic container you don't mind getting spray paint on. And a cheap plastic water gun. We used one of these. Alright, first off here we just need to make sure we get our work area clean. So keep our work area clean there. And right there I'm starting to paint all of the orange areas. That's what I was pointing to there. So right now I'm masking off all of the areas that I don't want to paint. This is really an unneeded precaution now that I got to the end of the process. But it's, you know, it's good to keep things clean, organized. I'm using duct tape. I didn't have any masking tape around, but, you know, do whatever you need to do to make it work.
I ain't got no masking tape.
Exactly. So I just used duct tape and it worked for what I needed. So right now I'm dancing because I needed to shake up the spray can. Make sure you shake the paint can because it'll come out all yucky. Always test your paint before you spray it on something that you can get paint on. So right there I did it on my paper earlier. So I just let that sit and dry, and now I am working on masking off the front nose area. So yeah, I just got paint on my arm. If you didn't see that, don't get paint on your arm, that's stupid. So just keep on working with that, masking off all the areas you don't want to paint. So we just, yeah. Sit there and do that. Alright, now I'm dancing again, and now we are painting. I set it up so I could turn it around and get it from every angle I needed it on. And now I set it there to dry. Alright, now I figured out that my camera has a white balance, so now everything looks better. So I am taking silver paint that I have sprayed onto a plastic container there, dabbing, I have dabbed it into a rag and kind of spread it around. And it typically makes it look like metal after you've done the flat back black paint. This is something I saw in a old Indie Mogul video, and it looks really cool. So there you go.
Looking pretty metal. I really like how it made these arrows right here at the tips. Look. This end didn't turn out as well as maybe this end did. I did this one as a trial before. I did this and the cap here as a trial before I did everything else to make sure it'd look okay. But overall, it's turned out pretty well. Okay, so I took all of the tape off of the edges here, and it's looking really good. It really does look like metal. Like, and I love how these arrows turned out. So with the tape off now, I'm going to put tape on all of these silver areas. Hopefully it doesn't take off all of my silver that I just painted. But I'm going to mask off that area, and I'm going to paint the entire gun flat black, because what's a bazooka? It's not white and blue. Like, eh. So we will paint the whole thing flat black. I'm gonna get an X-Acto knife because this is gonna be hard to cut out. So I will be right back. Got my X-Acto knife. You probably don't have to have an X-Acto knife as long as you get the duct tape just right, but it's just gonna be a big time saver. Yeah, nice clean edges around there. And I'll get these edges here. Just make sure you be careful with these things. They'll like slice your finger off in a heartbeat. Mine is sort of rusty. My little brother's over there looking for more blades, I think.
Hey, the music you're listening to is by a YouTuber named CreationTank. They make really great music over there, and they also make cartoons like me. It's not always exactly PG, but I suggest you go subscribe.
I just realized how long it's gonna take to do this whole big nose piece. A long time. Okay, so I just took the little cap piece off because I don't want it to get spray painted. I'm just gonna put it over here and save it for later. Okay, so I have done both sides here, and now I need to get all this area. I probably won't have to do the whole thing, but at least get the edges correctly. So when I paint everything, we're not gonna get black paint all up on the silver parts. It probably won't be that noticeable since there's black paint underneath, but I still want it to look fairly nice. Oh, here's a little reminder. You can save your duct tape pieces when you're doing certain things. You can save the duct tape pieces on the edge of the table and use them again if you need them. If you have to rip a piece in half, you have an extra. I hope you're enjoying me sweat through my shirt out here in this hot garage. Okay, I'm just realizing now that you can make a big thing of duct tape and then just slice it out with the X-Acto knife, which you need. I wish I had realized that earlier. Okay, so I only have 3 more minutes left on this card, so I'm gonna have to go get another card. But the memory card ran out of space near the end of the video, so I don't know how much it got. But so I got all of this masked off, and this masked off. I'm going to go over there and spray paint this all flat black. I've gotten a metal coat hanger. I've hung it from the railing of the garage doors, and I'm going to hang it from the coat hanger like this. And take my flat black spray paint and spray paint the whole thing. Okay, excuse our little bit of junk here. That's not junk, that's a mower. But I'm going to spray paint this now. You can tell here that we opened the garage door a bit, so you can have a little more ventilation. We didn't have enough. It was starting to get a little goofy, and people were coughing. So let's paint this.
It's so bad that you can see the fumes.
Yeah. A word of advice: maybe think about scratching or sanding off the logos. Possibly, it could make it look a little more realistic. Possibly in the future, my brother might be doing a couple of these tutorials. He's pretty good with all kinds of handy stuff. Cool stuff, handy stuff. That didn't make any sense. Just, he's pretty good at stuff, and he could make a really good how-to tutorial. That was redundant. This is already looking amazing. I have to be really careful because a lot of the stuff is a dark blue and it blends into the black, so I have to watch out. I've turned it around so I can see with the light. I've got a light over there, so turn it around so I can see everything better. Okay, I just ran out of spray paint, so I'm switching to this one. It's almost at 2. Our next option is high temperature black. That's all we've got left. So this one may end a little abruptly, and I'll have to go get some more spray paint. It might be daytime by the next time I start recording again. Okay, so far it's looking really cool. Okay, from the looks of it, it's looking really awesome. Just have to touch up a couple places, and it should be done soon. Okay, let's see what happens when it's done drying. It's probably going to need another coat, but that's too bad for me, because we done be out. Just to show you how cool this is going to look, Dylan, can I see that please? This is an orange plastic water gun. It was 50 cents at Walmart. Here is our awesome version. I have painted areas on it green, so then I can go into After Effects and make them all glow and track everything. So, like, look at the difference. It's amazing. So, just think about that in the big reveal. It's gonna be awesome. Hey everybody, it's daytime again, and it's Sunday afternoon. I started Saturday night, and now it's Sunday afternoon. I went to bed and let the paint just dry, and now we have this. I mixed paints a little bit. It's a little drippy in areas, but I think it'll look completely fine on screen. I did a test taking the tape off on one area. I'll show you how I'm gonna take the tape off soon. But I took the tape off, and you can see the orange underneath. So it looks like I'm gonna have to touch it up somehow. But it should look cool. Okay, the trick is to get an edge. So I took my X-Acto knife and got the edge of the tape. Then you have to pull as slowly as possible. If not, you're just gonna have a wreck.
This song was not by CreationTank, it was by AudioPad. You can go check them out on YouTube. They've got a lot of great music over there.
And there we go, a semi-realistic looking bazooka. I can put the cap back on now. There we go. It looks really awesome. There's a little problem here with the orange showing up, but if I just kind of squeeze the handle a bit, it should be okay. I'm gonna have to go back over this part here because it's all you can see the orange underneath it. But otherwise, a really epic looking gun with some little VFX power. This really could be an awesome addition to your prop house, I suppose. Your props that you have on hand if you're doing something action, sci-fi. This really does look cool. So there we go.